Welcome, everyone, and welcome to Different Ends of the Spectrum. My name is Brendan Donahue. Also, I'm going to tell a little bit about myself. I like wearing my New York Jets sweatshirt. I'm a huge Jets fan. Also, a little bit about kind of the pictures behind us. So my picture is on the right over here. That is a picture of the first ever draft from the NBA 2K League, and I was the president of the NBA 2K League. So that's a picture of me, all the players from our first draft, and Adam Silver, commissioner of the NBA, as well as Strauss Zelnick, the CEO of 2K or Take Two. And so that's me. And then who's this guy?
My name is Carter, and this is me. And I won all 3 golds last summer for swimming.
Yep.
The 200, 400, and 100 freestyle.
Yep. And Carter's maybe being a little too modest. You've won the gold medal now, all 3 races at the Special Olympics the last couple of years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a dominant swimmer. So what we do, Carter and I are movie experts, and when we do movie reviews, and we always go see movies where?
At Trumbull AMC.
Yeah, in the theater. And so we go see a movie in the theater every week, and we come back and we share our feelings about the movie with you. But this is a special week too. We're actually going to talk. We're a quarter of the way through the year, and we're going to talk about our top movies of 2026. But before we get to that, one of our favorite reasons we like to go to the theater is the previews. And there were awesome previews for the movie we're going to talk about today, which is, what's the name of the movie today?
Project Hail Mary.
Project Hail Mary, that's right. And so the previews we saw, and actually I should tell you this too, is how long are the previews before the movie starts?
Half hour.
Yeah, 30 minutes. So if you ever go to see a 1:30 movie, that movie's going to start at 2:00 because there's 30 minutes of previews. So
sometimes it starts a little under 30.
A little bit, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close. And there's some commercials mixed in too, but I actually don't mind it because I love previews. And so what previews do we see for Project Hail Mary? We saw a great set. So we saw Dune 3.
Billie Eilish 3D concert.
Yeah, so Billie Eilish, that one looks pretty cool. So I think James Cameron actually is directing the Billie Eilish concert. And so it's in 3D. That's going to be a good one, especially if you're a Billie Eilish fan.
Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yep.
And Mario Galaxy.
Yep. And then the Odyssey, which is going to be coming out next summer.
Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
Masters of the Universe.
Old school people like me call it. Masters of the Universe is about He-Man. It's actually He-Man coming into a movie, which is pretty cool. So that's the previews we saw for this week. I also should say there's some great movies coming out in April though, right?
Yeah.
What movies coming out in April? We got the biopic for a great musician, right?
Michael Jackson.
Yep, Michael Jackson movies coming out. Yeah, Michael Jackson, and then The Mummy. The Mummy is a preview that scared me to death. That preview, The Mummy looks scary.
I don't like the adaptation. I wish that it would stay loyal to the other Mummy ones and did something like that.
The Brendan Fraser ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's totally different movie than the Brendan Fraser ones. But it looked scary from the preview. A couple other April ones are the last day of April. What comes out? The Devil?
No, that's May 1st.
Oh, The Devil Wears Prada, May 1st. There is a sneak preview, I think, April 30th. But so lots of movies coming out in April, and we will do our best job to bring you the previews for those as well. How about our best movies so far of 2026?
Okay, I'll go first. So I have 28 Years Later.
The Bone Temple?
The Bone Temple, Scream 7, and Project Hail Mary, what we're reviewing today.
Yep. And then my top 3 is pretty close to Carter's. I'm also a Bone Temple. 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, one of my top 3. My different one is Crime 101. I thought Crime 101 was a good movie. And then my favorite of the year, which we're going to talk to you about today, is Project Hail Mary. And so rather than us go through a big long story about what the movie's like, we will get to that afterwards. We'll show you the trailer from Project Hail Mary.
I understand that you think I'm the right person for this mission. I understand the stakes.
Object approaching.
If we do nothing, everything on this planet will go extinct, including us. Dr. Grace, the world is counting on you.
No, I'm sorry. I'm Grace. I'm gonna call you Rocky. We're here for the same reason. His son is dying too. If we're gonna save our planets, we have to learn how to communicate. Check this out. We have about 250 words. Let's find you a voice.
Why is a school teacher in space?
Nope.
Why is a school teacher in space?
Try this.
I am Rocky. I like.
So I have a new roommate now.
Hi, Grace.
Together, we're pretty smart. But no one's ever done this before.
It is time go.
I think you mean go time, pal.
There are infinite possibilities for this to go wrong.
This ship wasn't built for this. Now!
If Grace Rocky saves stars, we can go home.
I think this is a one-way trip for me.
I will not let Grace die.
So that is Project Hail Mary. As you can see from the preview, lots of action. I would say the biggest thing about it, too, from the preview is it is a must-see in the theater. The theater experience was awesome, right?
Yeah. My favorite part of the theater experience is the sound in Dolby and that you're able to change the temperature on your seats.
Yeah. It was in. We saw it in the Dolby Atmos theater. So that's the best theater. It's only one of like 16, but it's the best theater at the AMC. And like Carter said perfectly, like it's you can adjust your seat. What about so we actually get we get up to 4 movies a week for just $25 a month. And that the movie itself I think would have been like 17 or $18 just for that movie alone.
Yeah.
The other cool thing is we get what? And when we go get candy or food, what do we get?
So the candy I got is called High Chew Getaway. Mixed flavors are mango, churro, mai tai, yuzu, lime, and my best friend Jack, who came with us, got peanut butter M&Ms.
Good choices, all good choices. The high chews are really good. That's a good choice. And also we get the VIP lime too, which is pretty cool. So I actually got I used my popcorn pass. Actually, I get half off for the year on popcorn. So I got a popcorn that so I enjoy during the movie. And we always get what to drink.
Smart water.
Yeah, smart water. We're big water guys. No soda here. So as you also saw from the preview, who is the star of this movie?
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling, who we are big fans of, and we became even bigger fan of after this movie. What's he known for though?
La La Land and The Notebook.
Yep. And so and he's been kind of knocking on the door, maybe getting some Oscar consideration. Barbie actually was an example of that,
And La La Land.
and La La Land.
With Emma Stone.
Yep. So he stole the show. He was and these space movies are kind of odd. This one's a little bit different. So Ryan Gosling was he was most of the movie. Him and the alien, as you saw in the preview, Rocky. The other his kind of and Ryan Gosling's kind of pseudo boss in the movie is it's a woman by the name of Sandra Hullett, and you may know her from, she actually was nominated for an Oscar for supporting actress for her work in Anatomy of a Fall.
Did she win?
I don't think she won. No, I don't think she won, but she was nominated, which is a huge deal. So she was great as well. What else? What else about the movie do you like?
Do you want to talk of in theater and out theater rating?
Well, let's first talk about what was your thumbs up and thumbs down.
My thumbs up was the movie had great story, great acting, and my thumbs down was I wish that the creature Rocky got more screen time.
Yeah, Rocky was awesome. So my thumbs up, thumbs down. So my thumbs up was, one, Ryan Gosling crushed it. I thought he was great. The cinematography and sound in this movie, that's what we were saying. You got to see it in the theater. It's spectacular. And also, I thought there were some great twists in the story as well.
Yeah.
My only thumbs down, and it's a tough one. I almost didn't have a thumbs down for the movie, but maybe the fact that it's a longer movie than most. How long was it?
2 hours, 36 minutes.
Yeah, so over 2.5 hours, which it was great. It was great. That was a tough one. I almost considered not putting that on my list, but 2 hours and 36 minutes is a long movie.
Space movies are usually long.
Yeah, true. That's true. So the other reason I like this movie too is normally these kind of save the world movies are kind of the same kind of formula, but I thought this movie was cool because, I mean, really, a lot of the focus is about the relationship between Ryan Gosling, his character named Grace,
and
Rocky. Yeah, for sure. And yet you said, I agree with you. I would like to have seen more Rocky.
Yeah.
A couple other things was what about the music? What do we think about the music?
I liked it.
I liked it too. Some great music on the soundtrack. So the Beatles, Prince, who else? Prince, the Beatles, Oasis, and Harry Styles, just to name a couple. So very good soundtrack, worth checking out. So yes, what else? So what did you think going into the movie? What did you think it was going to be?
Before the movie it was a 6, after it was 8.
A 6 to an 8, so a huge jump. So I agree with Card actually. I kind of went in with thinking it might be a 7. I will give this one an 8.5. I think it was a really, really good movie, worth seeing. And we're usually pretty tough graders, so getting an 8.5 from us is that's a pretty big score.
Do we want to talk about our favorite parts of the movie?
Absolutely.
My favorite part of the movie is when they were by the green planet, like you saw in the trailer, that green planet.
Yep. And then my favorite part of the movie is when Rocky and Grace are learning each other. They're learning about their differences. They actually create their own a language. They can understand each other. And it's pretty cool. I think that once they start communicating with one another, that's my favorite part.
Yeah.
Okay. So what else? Anything else we missed? I don't think so. I think we covered everything, right?
Silence of the Lambs is re-showing in theaters for their 35th anniversary. What was the date I said?
It's coming out in April, I believe. But yeah,
24th maybe?
I think so. I think that's right. So that's a new cool feature happening now in movies is you're gonna it's the 35th anniversary of Silence of the Lambs, which is I'm 99% sure that won Best Picture.
I've never seen it in theaters. I would like to see it in theaters.
Yeah, and we will. So that's one. That's a new one. But I like that.
We might not review it because we want to do like current movies, but if we think it's best, then we'll review it. Like if it's a really famous movie.
Agreed. Yeah, we've seen the remakes recently of Jaws as well.
Yeah.
A few.
And I think Citizen Kane's coming back into theaters.
Yeah, I love the fact Carter is becoming a historical movie buff. Have you seen Citizen Kane? What else? You saw something else
No,
recently?
I didn't see Citizen
Oh, you did?
Kane.
You saw Casablanca.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's watching all the classics as well, which I appreciate.
And I'm catching up with my Spielberg movies before the movie, what's it called, that's coming out?
Disclosure Day?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll definitely be reviewing that one. But listen, we've seen now over 100 movies in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
So we are dedicated to being movie buffs, and we will bring all the news to you. So what are we going to go see next? Ready or Not?
Ready or Not 2.
Yep, Ready or Not, here we come too. A couple of things coming to streaming is now on Netflix. I'm a huge fan of the show Peaky Blinders. The movie came out on Netflix. Check it out. You know, I have mixed feelings on I thought it was a little less than I hoped, and I'm a huge fan of the show. But go check it out. It's on Netflix.
Oh, and on Disney Plus, Spider-Man, what's it called? It's
No Way Home.
No Way Home is finally on Disney Plus after, I think, 2023 the movie was released, or 24.
I think that's right.
Something like that.
I think that's right. So we will see you next week, and thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe.